it's a pleasure to see you, and welcome
Thank
to
you.
Portland.
Thank you.
And I know that you've been to Portland before for the Wizard World Comic Con. Is that correct?
Yeah, with the first show, and so I was only here for a day. It's gotten so popular, I think I kind of doubled as size. And it's great to see a very successful pop culture here in Portland.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell me, I mean, for people who haven't been to the Comic Con, what goes on? What do you do there?
Well, it's a fun pop culture. You have fan connect with celebrities. You see celebrities like myself or others. They have like Q&A, photo op, the latest films. You talk about different projects, and there's so many different booths. You could buy clothing. You could buy like leather bag, and you get to see different kind of events happening, like especially different panel. And the beauty about the show is that people from all walks of life, like doctors, lawyers, they can dress up and be like a Trekkie. It's not like a comic convention, it's like a pop culture event. So nothing to do with drugs, sex, and violence. It's very positive. You bring your kids, you bring family, grandparents, and women fainting, crying at the booth. They want to get an autograph. It's fun because to me it's wonderful, instant gratification.
Well, yeah. Well, so what kinds of things do people say to you when they meet you?
How much
what
the show affected their life, my life affected them, how much they love the Hulk, also my career as a bodybuilder, that they get motivated. Some people come, some fans that say they lost like 100 pounds, 50 pounds because they were motivated, stuff like that. And also my involvement with the sheriff's department too. So it's so flavorful. You know.
With the sheriff's department, tell me a bit more about that.
Well, I've been a deputy sheriff for 10 years for the Los Angeles Sheriff Department. And because my father was a lieutenant, I went through the academy to become certified. I enjoy doing that because I like being a real life hero, protecting life and property.
Wow. Have you been in any tight spots doing that?
Yeah, I do a lot of search and rescues, people trying to commit suicide, sometimes motorcycle accident. I teach weapons shooting, speak for the department.
Gosh.
So it's kind of interesting.
Well, what's the difference between sort of playing a role like that in a TV show or a movie and doing it in real life? What's the difference?
Well, real life, you have to be ready to encounter any situation. It could be anything from homicide, it could be shooting, all kinds of situations. Movie, you get to play a role, and you know the scene you're going to do it. And you have to worry about getting shot or getting injured or whatever situation may be in a dangerous situation.
Wow. Gosh.
I enjoy it, though.
Wow. Well, now, I mean, obviously you do that. You've done other things. You've been in several other TV shows and in movies, Celebrity Apprentice and all that. People, obviously still really think of you as the Hulk. I mean, there have been other people who've played the Hulk, but I think everybody still thinks of you as the Hulk. And why do you think that is?
Well, I've done over 40 films because I'm famous for the Hulk. And you're talking about billions of people all over the world. The Hulk is green and he's embraced by every nationality. Also, I lend my voice for the Hulk of the Adventures. And you have every generation embracing the Hulk. And people don't forget that because I can do tomorrow 3 and Gone with the Wind, they'll say, hey, that's Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk, which is okay, I don't mind. Like you take a Schwarzenegger, you call him the Terminator. I mean, he's done many films. But people identify with something that you've been famous for, how you began. And it's wonderful because the Hulk is such a beloved character.
And that's funny. I mean, because on the one hand, the Hulk is big and he's scary and you don't want to make him angry.
Exactly.
But why do you think people have this soft spot for the Hulk? Because I agree with you. I think they do. Why do you think they do?
Well, the sensitivity, because every one of us has a little Hulk inside of us, and the Hulk expresses that for us. Sometimes you're in traffic, sometimes you want to just bash someone, get so angry, the Hulk does it for you. So it's kind of like a release, but he's a good guy. It's all about G versus E.
Yeah, so it's like a cathartic thing, watching
exactly.
the Hulk. Well, and also the other Hulks that we've seen in Hulk movies have been special effects, but you were your own special effect.
Well, you can't compare CGI to human, and you can't fool the fan. But a CGI on the big scale had to be used in a big film because it's very hard to use a human Hulk. They'll never do another human Hulk because I'm glad I had a chance to be part of the era. Absolutely.
So how many of these Comic-Cons do you do per year?
I do what I can because I'm all over the country because now we're doing shows in Madison, Wisconsin, like Indianapolis. And it's about 3 months ago, I did a show in Belgium. It's the largest Scandinavian comic convention. And it's funny, I was sitting there, fans were coming up. I felt like I was in the United States, with the Hulk figures, books to sign, how much they appreciate just love the Hulk. But also, the most important thing, I get a lot of support from people about my involvement with the hearing. Because, you know, I lost a major part of my hearing when I was young. I had to deal with adversity.
So people kind of look to you as a role model for people who suffer from hearing impairments, just because you've been vocal and you've been very public about it and been successful. I mean, how
Well, you have a lot of people that lose their hearing like in the 50s and 60s and 70s, and they're afraid to talk about it because they're dealing with rejection. And it's very frustrating because it's a sign of disease. But now with technology, they have like cochlear ear implants, you have the great hearing aids and Bluetooth and everything, so it's not a major issue anymore. It's amazing because they can fit anyone with any hearing loss, because now you have cochlear ear implants with babies, and they're able to hear at a young ages, then wait till later on, have to suffer later in life.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, as I was sort of noticing, you look really fantastic.
Thank you.
And I know people want to know, how do you stay so fit? What do you do?
I'm very consistent. I train 5 to 6 days a week, like 20, 30 minutes of cardio, 45 minutes of weight training. I don't train heavy as I used to, but I'm still passionate about it. I eat good, and I train good, and I sleep good. Those are the 3 secrets.
Well, you make it sound easy, but
I know.
I don't know if
50% of the battle is going to the gym. Once you're in the gym, that's like part of the battle. I mean, there's no excuse. I mean, some days I'm tired. Don't get me wrong. I don't love going to the gym every single day. I just do it because it's good for me. I feel good. I like it. I want to look good. But some days, don't get me wrong, I don't want to go. I'd rather just turn over in bed.
Well, thank goodness you're human.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, obviously, you know, you've got sort of other ventures going on. What are you working on now, or what's coming up next for you?
Well, my film came out last week called Scorpio King 4. I've got 2 more films coming out. One is a comedy from Warner Brothers with Paul Savino. It's like a Home Alone kind of a show. Then I just finished a film 2 months ago called Adventures Grimm. And I played a character named Iron John with these different Disney characters, fables like Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, Cinderella. And then you see my character as Iron John get possessed by Rumpelstiltskin, and then I eventually turned into a metallic, kind of evil guy. I like playing against character. That'll be on March 17th, Adventures Grimm.
It's called Avengers Grimm?
Avengers Grimm.
Oh, wow.
It's a good movie, yeah.
Well, terrific.
Thank you.
Well, again, good to have you in Portland again, and thank you for taking the time to do this.
Thank you, my pleasure.